Here's the truth about manifestation that no one wants to talk about or think about. You can be crystal clear on the life that you want to call in. But until or unless your current life is structured to protect that future, it will continue to be replaced by your environment. Most of us aren't confused about what we want. We know what our dream life looks like. The problem is that our current life is still running the show. Maybe it's a job that takes up all of our time, or relationships, or just responsibilities that take precedence over our larger long-term goals. So the future stays conceptual, like it's just this dream that we are hoping will fall in our lap at some point. For every part of your life that is undefined and unstructured, it will be quietly replaced or absorbed by your environment. Let me give you an example. I recently just came to a work exchange, and I came out here expecting financial and emotional stability and structure. Instead, what I found when I got here was a very unstructured environment, unclear expectations and roles, blurred lines around what I'm here for and what my job is, and when I'm expected to be on or working versus off and not working. And a lot of people operate this way. But here's why this kind of environment is dangerous if you're serious about building a life that is yours. Your time gets quietly absorbed, your priorities get deprioritized, and your life becomes absorbed into the environment and the system. If you are building something, whether that's a business, a social media platform, a relationship, a network, whatever it is you're building, all of those tasks or routines and rituals that you prioritize to build those things or sustain those things get overridden by responsibilities or tasks that come up in your environment. Your identity also starts to shift away from whatever you're building to the helper or the assistant or whatever the identity or role is that you're participating in your immediate environment. When your identity is no longer attached to your work and your life that you're building, and instead becomes defined by your environment, your direction shifts. And worst of all, life gets built on dependency rather than self-structure. So here's what I did to ensure that none of that was going to happen for me. I established a structure for this work exchange that's clarifying what I was giving and what I was receiving, as well as what the host was giving and what she was receiving. That then translates into set fixed hours and days for labor and a clear separation from my role when I am on or in a work shift and my role when I'm outside of it. When I'm off for her, but I am on fully for my life and my responsibilities. This isn't just this situation. This applies to family, it applies to friendships, it's everywhere. Wherever you don't define yourself and then build your life structure around that, someone or something else will. So if this is true for you too, here's a practice that I have for you. Define your future. You may have an idea in your mind what that looks like, but identify 3 specific non-negotiables for your dream life that you are manifesting, that you are building towards. Do you have freedom over your time and your schedule? Are you financially free? Are you doing what you love? Like, get clear on at least 3 specific things. Now, from that, I want you to identify 3 specific priorities that you either currently have or should start implementing in your current life that will help bridge the gap between where you are now and that future. Maybe it is going to networking events or setting up the camera and hitting record and putting it on YouTube. Whatever it is, reverse engineer from your dream life and just figure out what 3 things that you should be doing as part of your routine now. Now, can you identify any things in your life that currently are getting in the way of those priorities? What habits, expectations, roles, people are quietly overriding those priorities? And the last thing is to set guardrails around those tasks and priorities so that they stop blending in with all the other things that you need to be doing. So that might be blocking out dedicated time on your work calendar for you, or letting your boss know that at 5 p.m. you're off and you have other responsibilities. This ensures that you continue to do what you need to do for your current responsibilities, the life that is holding you up right now and helping you survive and pay your bills. The difference is that you're now defining the limits of that availability. You're saying, I can give you my all, but it's in this way at this time. Outside of that, I'm not available. And it's just starting to become more structured with how you build and maintain your life. So don't forget that if you don't structure your life around your future, your environment will structure it for you. And by the way, this is something I help people with one-on-one. I have dropped a link in the description box below if you're interested in learning more. Thank you for watching. Sending so much love, and I will talk to you soon.